The Mahjong dojo of Wanhan City are suitable for people of all ages as they are warm in winter and cool in summer, making them people's preferred entertainment venue in this weather. But I'm not like them because I simply like to play Mahjong. And also been to dojos that don't have air conditioning. And it isn't a big deal because you are naturally cooled down after losing enough games. Huh? Is it? To actually feel cooled down losing games? I would feel like, my blood is like boiling and about to, see steams coming out of my head when I'm losing too much. During a game. Red. I paused for a moment after looking at my hand. It really isn't that easy to win with 4 concealed triplet after all. Kang now. You're a moron if you don't come when you can. Go against them. Who's saying that? After hearing that familiar voice, a head reaches out from behind me and takes a red in the opposite player's discarded tiles and 3 reds in my hand, placing them in the corner of the table. Come! Wait! What's the point of playing an open con when it's only one hand? Of course. I turn my head angrily and see Kujuji standing behind me. He's smiling smugly, like he's very satisfied with his masterpiece just now. I just helped you to set out something big. You will get lots of points if you win this game. I look at the Dota indicator that was just flipped over. It's a green. Oh my god. It's good, but... You spoke so loudly. Now everyone knows my tiles are great. Who's going to deal into my hand now?
You can win with a Zimo. Is that supposed to be difficult?
You make it sound so easy. You give me one then. 2 minutes later. I wonder if it's too late to take back what I just said because Kujushi really did manage to help me Zimo and win in the next turn. Although I'm sitting comfortably in first place in this hanchang with a pile of Dota, everyone is obviously unhappy with how Kujushi helped me to win. Guys, if you're watching a Mahjong game, do not get involved and do not even speak. Do not try to help people to play their Mahjong, okay? Just let them play, It's a courtesy, okay? Don't do it. That's BM, okay? Bad matter, alright? For the people that was watching the Mahjong game, don't do that. Don't ever do that. No, okay? I won't be able to keep playing now. I apologize to everyone and drag the cope out of the dojo. Don't you know that a true gentleman doesn't give advice when another person is playing?
I know that.
Oh, I get it. You're going to tell me it doesn't apply since you are not a gentleman anyway.
Is this the legendary skill of answering for other people and leaving them with nothing to say? With nothing to say? I learn something new from you every single time.
You flatter me. You don't come to me unless you want something from me. You're here about the next part of transaction, right?
Can I just see you to have some fun with you? You are so cold-hearted.
No, I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Oh, as he speaks, Kujuchi takes a red helmet from the back from his black motorcycle and hands it to me. I glance at the blue and black helmet hanging on the front of the motorcycle and decide. I want the blue and black helmet. I want the red helmet. I like blue color. I'm just gonna take that. I want the blue and black one.
What's your reason?
It fits my cool and straight temperament better.
I never met someone who wants to use a helmet someone else has worn before instead of a new one. Fine, you're the boss. We'll do whatever you want.
Oh? Oh? Kujuji mutters as he takes the blue and black helmet from the front of the motorcycle and hands it to me. It's obvious that this almost new helmet has been in good care, and the logo on it draws attention to its expensive price.
Here you go. You better wear the helmet you requested properly.
After you said that someone wore unwanted, but I feel like, I probably shouldn't have asked that in the first place. It sounds a little bit nasty. I sit at the back of Kuzuji's motorcycle after I receive the blue and black helmet with satisfaction and wear it. I must say that you get what you pay for. There's a reason why this helmet is expensive. But it suits you quite well. It's a good match for your arrogant temperament. I mean, look at his the coat that's inside of him. It's red too, so it fits him well. And look at the this little pamphlet that he's wearing. Also has like red stones on it. So yeah, red suits him.
Keep praising me. I love hearing it.
What? I'm not praising you. I'm done. Start up your motorcycle. Kujuji is driving a modified Tiger T-Rex, although I prefer its brother in the same series. Tyrannosaur. Oh my god. Something that I actually know how to pronounce. A dinosaur. Tyrannosaur, which is a very expensive motorcycle that appeared in my Cat Chat homepage from time to time. Guys, I don't know how to ride a motorcycle. I know how to ride a bicycle. Not a motorcycle though. Thinking of this, I feel like thanking my good friend Nadeshiko. Thanks to her influence, I'm now familiar with most motorcycles on the market. Even though the extent of my familiarity with them depends on Nadeshiko's preferences, because what she likes will appear on my Cat Chat homepage more frequently. However, this motorcycle is living out its name right now. I feel like I'm sitting on a tiger that is running and jumping around in the forest, and I feel really insecure without a safety belt. To not fly it off, I hold onto Kujuji's jacket as hard as I can. Moreover, even the slightest sound that seems like something is tearing makes me wary of whether his jacket is breaking. Oh no, he'll be mad. How can someone who is riding a motorcycle through rows of high-rises buildings makes it seem like they are riding a mountain bike in a hilly area? During the bumpy ride, I began to miss the sense of security I had in the backseat of Nadeshiko's motorcycle. I start thinking to myself that I swear this is the first and last time I get on a motorcycle Kujuji is driving. Totally. We still haven't arrived at our destination after a long ride, so I resist the dizziness caused by the powerful swing and ask Kujuji some questions. How much longer is this ride? Why aren't we there yet? Kujuji stops next to the road, then he stops and turns to look at me.
Oh, I thought you were having a lot of fun behind me. I was thinking of taking you around for a few more laps.
Yo, I'm gonna throw up.
What's wrong? Is this too much for you already?
Yes. The junction can never give up. Let's do another lap. The most important thing is to stay alive. That's enough. Guys, I have a really bad motion sickness when I was riding in the car, but motorcycle actually doesn't make me feel like I have rode behind a motorcycle before. Motorcycle don't actually make me feel dizzy, but I haven't ride it for a long time, so probably it will. But I'm gonna be stubborn and then let's do another lap. He's trying to goad me. I can't tolerate that, especially when I think about how you'll keep roasting me with this in the future, so I shrink me back at this moment. I can take more. Let's do another lap then. I think I'm gonna regret that. He looks at me with raised eyebrows. Without saying anything, he starts the engine again and repeats the route we just took. My guess is that this route must have the worst road condition in Wonhan City. He did that on purpose, right? After one lap, Kujuji stopped his motorcycle at the same spot, and he turns and looks at me.
How does it feel? Did you like it?
No.
But just tell me if you can take any more. I'll take you somewhere to have a rest.
He's actually nice for once. He's provoking me. He's definitely provoking me. Provoking me. I can see the naked provocation in his eyes. Oh my gosh. Keep going, don't stop. It's meaningless to persist about something. I want to get off. Yeah, I want to get off. I don't want to ride anymore.
Don't tell me you're trying to let me experience what it's like to go on a motorcycle ride that feels like a roller coaster ride.
Huh? Did I actually? No. Yeah, I never like that. Okay. Don't tell me you tried to let me experience what it's like to go on a motorcycle ride that feels like a roller coaster ride.
That's a real agony. No roller coaster ride is exciting as a ride on the back seat of my motorcycle.
What the heck? What the heck?
To me, the physical sensation of a roller coaster is at best like watching Autobot 6 in 4D. The seat will shake a few times, and I'll see some effect through the 3D glasses. Okay? If you don't believe me, I can take you out to another 2 laps so you can really feel it. Oh no.
The sensible side of me tells me there's no need to experience something like that. There are always things in life that we insist on meaninglessly, even though they don't bring us substantial benefits. Seriously. For example, when in a dare, if you throw a piece of chalk at the head of the class teacher. Having everyone admit that you are the greatest among everyone present if you dare to lick an iron railing in winter, or winning people's respect if you dare to say, I don't care about what you think because I only care about what I think, loudly to your boss at next week's regular meeting. Did I say dare? Oh my god, dare. Holy. Winning a dare, not dare. Someone who is mentally mature like me will never be provocative into doing something that brings no real benefits a second time. Thanks, but no thanks. I think we should find a place to finish our transaction first.
What a shame. In that case, sit tight while I take you somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Where are we going?
You'll find out when we get there.
After that, we experienced the same familiar scenery from before, except this time it feels like we are experiencing it in reverse. The only difference is that one of the streets we passed by was now wet, as if it had just rained in this area. As the road is slippery, Kujuji drives steady after that because he cares about his own life even if he doesn't care about mine. The breeze after the rain feels cool on my skin and even feels a little comfortable. Nice. After so many twists and turns, I didn't expect our destination to be a tea house diagonally opposite countless springs. I'm quite familiar with the scenery in this part now since I've been here twice recently. Kujuji leads me into the tea house from the back door and goes straight to a private room on the second floor. Why did you suddenly want to come here?
I've brought you here to show you a brilliant performance.
Oh?
This is the best place to watch the performance. Whenever there's a performance, reserving the spot is as difficult as winning that auction last time.
Okay. I sit at the window and look out the window. The window of this private room faces the street where the main entrance of the tea house is located. It is densely packed with approximately as many people as the day of the auction for the cut flowers.
Have you heard of the geisha parade before?
Yes!
Candle Spring also had a custom like that. Every once in a while, it selects an auspicious days for the most popular geisha to wear her exclusive costume. She will walk from the entrance of Candle Spring to the end of the street and then return to Candle Spring. This is called the geisha parade. One reason it is held is to highlight the unparalleled beauty of Candle Spring geisha. Another reason is that Candle Spring owns all the business here, and only the most popular geisha is qualified to manage Candle Spring and take over these business. So this parade also symbolizes an expansion tour of their own business and is demonstration of their saviority. Oh my god, can't even pronounce that word. Kurone Tojo has been the manager of Candle Spring ever since she conquered everyone with her talent and beauty when she was still a young girl more than 10 years ago. She is also the geisha who is in charge of the geisha parade every time it is held now.
After he finishes talking, I see the door of Candle Spring open amidst loudy cheer. Several men wearing the same outfit walk out holding a wooden sign in their hands and stand on both sides of the road. One of the wooden signs are the symbol of Candle Spring and some words. Embob of Candle Spring and some words. But the words are too small for me to read them clearly. Immediately after that, 6 girls wearing exquisite costumes light out on both sides, holding baskets as they exit the door in 2 lines. As they walk, they grab flowers in their basket and throw them to their side, and the flowers land on the ground in the path between them. Accompanied by the sound of rhythmic drums and music, I see a foot wearing white socks and high clogs stick out from the door, drawing a half-moon arc before hiding behind the door again, like a playful goldfish waggling its tail in the air after jumping out of the water. After this repeats several times, a splendidly dressed woman exits the door and walks slowly along the flower-paved road, maintaining a goldfish-like pace. Due to the distance and because she's wearing a veil that seems to be made of beaded curtain, I can't see her appearance clearly. Kujuji casually taps the window frame and gives me a reminder.
That's Kurone Tojo.
Kujuji taps the window frame rhythmically, along with the music below. It seems immersed in the performance. While Kurone Tojo walks directly below us, he suddenly turned his head to look at me.
I'm thinking of telling you something before we continue with the transaction.
What is it?
I'm guessing that you must want to know why I got you to participate in the auction and everything else that happened after that, right?
Yeah, because I feel like I didn't get any particularly valuable information.
No, the fact that you won is already a piece of valuable information.
Oh? What do you mean?
What if I told you that you would be able to meet Kurone Tojo no matter which flower arrangement you manage to get?
Is it because all 3 flower arrangements are hers?
No, it's because she wants to meet you.
Oh. Huh?
At first, I made this guess based on the information I gathered, but your actions afterward helped me verify my guess.
Kuzuji's words made the question mark in my head grow larger. Based on my interaction with Kurede Tojo, I can't figure out why she would want to actively approach me.
Our previous transaction is still valid, but I can change in terms for you. It's terms for you. From now on, you have two options. Your first option is to ask me about Siri like we agree, and I will tell you what she's been up to recently. Your second option is to ask me about Kurede Tojo for yourself, and I will tell you selected pieces of information that are useful to you. I will give you some time to think it over. I hope you'll make the decision that satisfies your true inner needs.
I think deeply for a moment after hearing Kujuji's word, emotionally and rationally. I should ask him about Siri's matter since it was why I approached him in the first place, and the matter I was entrusted with. On the second hand, I really want to know Kurede Tojo's reason for doing that. Now that I think about it, there seems to be a deeper layer of meaning to the things we talk about on that day. Some things that I consider ordinary and mundane might not be as simple as I thought. I think about it for a long time, but have difficulties deciding. Sarah and Ryan's worried expressions appears in my head, one after the other, but I can hear Kurede Tojo's soft and pleasant voice in the background.
You know, you can be a little selfish sometimes. No one will blame you for that.
In that case, my decision is... I want to know more about Kurede Tojo. I want to know about Siri. Why can't you tell me both in here? I'm gonna be greedy and ask this. In that case, why don't you just tell me both things?
Haha, I never do business at a loss. You only done one task for me, so there's no reason why you should receive two rewards.
After he finishes speaking, he turns to look at Kurede Tojo downstairs. I don't know what to say, so I follow suit and watch the performance below us. After a while, Kujuji speaks softly and emotionlessly next to me.
In 100, knowing more isn't necessarily better. There's a saying, oh yes, with great power comes great responsibilities. Once you know certain things, you won't be able to ignore them. Isn't it better to just be a Junshin who plays Mahjong happily every day? Those who are curious about the abyss will be swallowed by it sooner or later.
After seeing this, he turns to look at me and takes out a copper coin from his trouser pocket.
I'll give you one last chance to decide. If you don't, I'll flip this copper coin and let it decide for you. Head is Siri, and tail is Kurede Tojo.
It's a little irresponsible to leave something.
Day is on Monday, December 25th.
Hi. Yamete kudasai. It is a little irresponsible to leave something that's important to a copper coin. I will make my own decision. Here, I want to know more about Siri, because that's what, that's how everything starts it, so. I've decided. I've decided. I want to know more about Siri.
I'll tell you then, since you made up your mind. If what you and Soul want to know is what Siri has been visiting countless spring frequently recently, it's because a syndicate that mainly resells rare wild animals appear in Wuhan City recently. Kurede Tojo happened to save a red-crowned crane they were trafficking and handed it to Siri. You people should know Siri better than me, probably due to her background as a well-known wildlife conservationist. Oh my god. conservationist.
Conservationist. Okay.
Conservationist in Wonton City. She has been investigating this incident and trying to rescue these animals recently. As for the issue of money, haha, that's what the members of Seoul are most concerned about. About how Siri has the money to buy tickets to Canada Spring. The answer is Kurone Tojo gave her an entry pass for some reason, which means she can enter Canada Spring for free.
That's it?
That's it.
I didn't expect the answer Kujuji gave me at all, but it also makes perfect sense when I think about it. The geisha. Sorry. Alright. The geisha parade has ended by the time I finished chatting with Kujuji about this. So I said goodbye to him and went directly to Seoul and to tell Sarah what has happened. Oh, when I saw you that you hadn't been coming to watch our performances, I guess that you were taking independent action, and I didn't expect to be right. Anyway, it's good that this incident has a happy ending. So please forgive me for taking independent action. Please also hide this from Ryan, or else he'll be unhappy for a while. You and Siri are very similar to some extent. Huh? You both like to take on the burden of other people's affairs and do so much for others. Yet you never ask others for anything in return. I just want to do everything I can to help you guys because you are important friends to me. Aww. Please promise me that you'll come to me for help if you ever encounter any problems in the future. I want you to be able to rely on me too. Instead of doing everything on your own, I prefer that if you are more willing to trouble us. I believe the other members of Seoul think the same way. This is because we see you as a member of family and part of the Seoul. Okay, I will. Thank you, Sarah. I stayed behind and have dinner with everyone in Seoul that night. I can see that Sarah is in good mood tonight. She even takes her shoes off and starts dancing rhythmically next to the bonfire amidst everyone's cheering. Yuki, thanks for everything this time. Siri came over to me when I wasn't paying attention and thanked me softly. She tells me that Sarah helped her explain everything to the other members of Seoul, and everyone also apologized to her for how they've been acting recently. How they have been acting recently. Actually, they didn't need to apologize to me because this incident isn't anyone's fault. The reason why I didn't tell them in the beginning is that I didn't want it to be a burden to everyone because of something I wanted to do personally. I didn't expect to create such a big misunderstanding. I never caused you and Sarah to worry about me. If you didn't help out this time, this matter might have escalated so much and I can't deal with it. No matter what, I have to thank you properly and express my gratitude. I take the drink she hands me and click glasses with her. The drink seems to be a special drink that is cool and delicious with herbal fragrance. I look up at the moon hanging in the sky and know that the moon is almost full. Almost full. It won't be long until the Mid-Autumn Festival arrives again. It's so nice when everyone is together under the full moon. Oh, we got a happy ending! Pachi. Wow! We actually finished the whole story, like both lines. You know what? I want to try to see what Kurone Tojo is like. Why she wanted to see me. So I'm gonna skip to that part and then choose a different answer. Let's wear the red helmet this time. This red helmet does look better than the other one. Most importantly, this helmet is the one that Nadeshiko worked for most of the year to save enough money for deposit. The one she showed me several times with a lot of anticipation, only to have her deposit returned to her by the seller when she finally saved enough money because it was sold out. The helmet in my hand is obviously brand new and it smells like it had just been opened. I can't help feeling that it's so nice to be rich. Totally. After wearing the red helmet, I sat at the back of a Kujuji's motorcycle. Kujuji is driving a modified Tiger T-Rex, although I prefer. Okay, that's the thing. I feel like thinking mine. Okay, so I'll skip. Here. Let's do another lap. Let's continue with the lap. With my bad temper, if I can stomach this, then I'll feel too embarrassed to flip the table over. The next time I'm finishing 4th place in 20 consecutive Mahjong games. Oh my gosh. So I sit up straight in the back seat and reply to Kujuji instead. Unperturbed, calm, and confident voice. Keep going. Don't stop.
I am impressed. In that case, let me take you somewhere. It looks like the city is too small for you already.
Without waiting for me to ask where we'd be going, Kujuji stop on the accelerator and speeds onto the road. Strong gust of wind howls past my ears, drowning out the surprised cries that escape from my throat. Wow, what's this? The ride isn't bumpy this time, just very fast and very high wind speeds. The scenery and the other moving cars both fade quickly into the distance behind us. I, a good citizen who obeys by law and cherishes life, decided to discourage this kind of speeding behavior. Guys, no speeding, okay? It's too dangerous. You exceed the speed limit.
The wind too strong. I can't hear you clearly.
I said you exceed the speed limit.
I told you already. The wind's too strong. I can't hear you clearly.
You can never stop a person who is determined to speed. If you don't drive according to the rules, your loved one will end up in tears. When we finally stop, my body feels like it has become numb after being buffeted by the strong winds for so long. The moment I take off my helmet, I feel like I'm not used to the outside air. Kujuji looks at me smugly, then pats the handlebar of his motorcycle. Although he hasn't said anything, I tactfully understand that he's still provoking me. Are you satisfied with this just now? How typical. You win. Here, this one. Someone as upright as me will definitely fight against the force of evil until the end. So there's no way I will back down here.
In that case, I'll make sure I satisfy your desires.
Oh my god. We tactfully stop talking as we both get ready for the battle. Kujuji steps on the accelerator again, causing the motorcycle to shoot forward, and the huge interior makes me grab his jacket and falls backward. I forgot to remind him not to speed. But he suddenly starts slowing down. Starts slowing down after advancing a short distance and stop by the side of the road. What are you doing? Are you finally going to bow down to the force of justice?
I'm out of gas.
Out of gas?
I drove out of town yesterday and forgot to refuel my beloved motorcycle after I got back. The main thing is that I didn't expect you would love sitting on the back seat so much.
So it's my fault now, huh? I look up at the unfamiliar and desolate surrounding. We're in suburbans now. Since you ran out of gas at such an awkward timing, do you think we'll be able to get back to the city today?
You don't need to panic. I know someone around here who can give us some gas.
Okay, I follow Kujuchi, who is pushing the motorcycle, and bicker the whole way as we try to blame each other for the predicament we're in. After walking for about 15 minutes and turning at the fork in the road, I see a familiar-looking driving school. What a coincidence! This is the place Nadeshiko told me to before. This is obviously Kujuchi's destination. Judging from how he greets everyone here familiarly, after entering, he seems to come here often as he is quite familiar with everything about the driving school. The person who refuels Kujuchi's motorcycle for him happens to be the driving instructor who greeted Nadeshiko and me last time. His eye sweep back and forth between Kujuchi and me twice, and then he laughs and starts teasing me.
Why aren't you here with little Nadeshiko this time?
I was forced to come here this time, really?
Now that you know all the top students of our school, you have no excuse for being a bad driver in the future.
Oh my gosh. The driving instructor seems to have some misunderstanding about what it means to be a good driver. Based on what I know about Kujuchi and Nadeshiko, the only difference between them is that one bravely faced the punishment of traffic laws, while the other keeps testing the boundary of traffic laws.
Okay.
After refueling, Kujuchi and I bid farewell to the people here and set off for the city. This time Kujuchi is very disciplined and drives me back honestly without speeding or taking a strange route. Awesome. Why are you so familiar with the people at the driving school? I thought everyone at Strix taught themselves how to ride a motorcycle.
Well, you're not wrong about being self-taught. But we're law-abiding people. We know that it's necessary to get a driver license first before we can ride a motorcycle. Even Strict isn't capable of issuing people driver license.
According to the movie, aren't information dealer or expert at making false documents?
It's illegal to use false documents.
Jeez, the fact that you're suddenly obeying the law makes me think that you have a flexible moral bottom line.
It's good to be flexible. Anyway, if you really have the need, Strix can make you a full set of false documents.
No, I don't think it's likely I will ever need to use this kind of service. Do the people at the driving school know you're the leader of Strix?
Do you think information dealer prints a stack of business cards and give them out to everyone?
Oh, you don't do that? Think about it for a moment. Quite a few people around me knows about Strix and how to get in touch with them, which made me think that they might have been marketing themselves well. I don't have any more questions. You can drive quietly now. And please take me to the destination safely. Thank you!
Huh?
After Kujuchi returned to the urban area, he takes me to tea house. Okay. Here, I want to know about more Kurone Tojo. I've decided. I want to know more about Kurone Tojo, or rather, I want to know more about me. Kujuchi doesn't seem surprised by my decision. He laughs and then motions for me to watch Kurone Tojo carefully.
Do you notice anything different about Kurone Tojo today compared with when you met her a few days ago?
His question catches me off guard. To be honest, I can only see her figure vaguely from the distance. Moreover, when I met Kurone Tojo the other day, there was a screen between us and when we chatted, so I don't have enough information to make a comparison. But if I had to comment on this, there are still some differences. The Kurone Tojo who is parading through the street right now seems to only have one tail. But I seem to remember seeing several tails waving around behind the screen that day. My eyes might have been playing tricks on me, but I have a strong feeling that Kurone Tojo had more than one tail that day. However, there was a screen between us, so what I saw might have been the shadows of other decorations. Kujuchi looks very calm and composed when he hears what I said, as if he isn't surprised at all.
Have you heard the legend of Nine-Tailed Fox?
It depends on which version you're referring to. There are so many different stories about legendary mythical creatures like the Nine-Tailed Fox. The tales about her range for her being a demoness that brings calamity to countries to her being a ninjutsu energy source. I could talk about her for more than one day if you don't define the range.
Whoa, you're more knowledgeable than I expected. Now I'm getting more and more curious about your browser history. You should show me when you have time.
No, you don't. I recall my recent search and think that there's no way I will show them to him. Wait. What I searched doesn't matter at all. The question is, why should I show him my browser history in the first place? No, I refuse.
Fine, it doesn't matter. I will get an opportunity one day. The specific version I'm referring to is Wanhan City's legend of the Nine-Tailed Fox. Have you heard this version before?
No, not that one. I didn't know Wanhan City has its own version.
Actually, there has always been a group of people in Wanhan City who firmly believe that the Nine-Tailed Fox is the legend exists. They created a secret organization for the Nine-Tailed Fox and started worshipping her. The version of legendary in the version of legend they believe in, the Nine-Tailed Fox really is a demoness who brings calamity to his country, but only because human beings have committed an unforgivable crime. The Nine-Tailed Fox is restored wherever an era changes and subvert the old era and leads to its followers to usher in the new era.
Gosh. So are you saying that Kurone Tojo is the Nine-Tailed Fox?
I'm not sure. She may or may not. Kurone Tojo and the legendary Nine-Tailed Fox do share some trail, but they are not exactly the same.
Haha. Haha. Don't tell me she hasn't fully evolved yet and is in an incomplete form.
You might be right.
I look at the serious look on Kujuchi's face when I realize that he doesn't seem to be joking. The smile fuses on my face. If this is true and the Nine-Tailed Fox is watching me, I can't even imagine what will happen next. Am I in any danger? Upon hearing this, Kujuchi fumbles through the pocket of his coat for a long time before pulling out a card and handing to me. I take a look at nervously and see that it is an instruction of strict business scope. For a while, I'm lost for words and don't know what I should complain about first.
From the moment you choose to ask about Kurone Tojo, the transaction we just had counts as the first transaction, and there will be a second or third transaction after that. In short, the door of Strix will always be open to you in the future.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow, look at this picture. I look at him in response to his words and know that he's looking at me with a gentle smile without showing any sign of ridiculing or teasing me. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Kurone Tojo walk slowly on the street behind him. Her gorgeous figure is now a huge mystery in my eyes. Oh, that's her, Kurone Tojo. I know that I'll also become part of the mystery when Kujuji and I reach this kind of agreement. I might eventually learn the truth after the painstaking investigation, or I might be swallowed by the mystery due to my incompetence. 100 City isn't as calm as I think. Many people have told me this. Now it's up to me to see just how turbulent it is for myself. I put the card in my bag and nod at Kujuji. He hands me a cup that he has filled with tea, and he raises another cup and click it against my cup.
Let's gaze into the abyss together.
I'm stuck in the abyss. Pew 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 pew. Well, that's a totally different ending, huh? More mysteries to solve.